Dude, is the audio good or what is that sound? Sounds like guitars. Dude, is the audio good or what is that sound? Sounds like guitars. Alright, anyways, let's just keep going to the lessons now. Alright, now let's move on to our main. Alright, so we'll just do something super simple for this one, and we'll just make one LED turn on. So we'll include Arduino, include the .h file, we'll set up the pins. Cool. Oops. Let's start out fresh. Fresh. Alright. So let's do select layer. This is the first layer, so we'll just turn on one LED. Alright, so with this code, right, if we save it, then we just upload it to the board, we're going to see that only one of these LEDs is going to turn on the cube. So you guys can see it there. We got one LED on. Just one. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see it that well on the camera, but yeah, we just got one on, so there we go. So if we want to turn this on and off, let me put some comments here for you. So basically in this, we're turning on layer 0, column 0, right? Or what we decided, this was layer 0, column 0. So this is going to be the layer, and we're turning this one on, right? Turning layer 0 on, and then we're turning layer or column on, column 0 on. It gets a little confusing with everything. All right, so that's the one LED on, right? So this is what it looks like. Let me entangle it from the bottom. Cool, so this is what it looks like. So if we want to change it off, we can just add a delay function. So let's do that now. So we're going to change the void loop. Right here, we're going to put a delay. And then we'll do 1000 milliseconds, which is, if you know anything a little bit about math, you'll know that that's approximately 1 second, 1000 milliseconds. So then we'll do cube all off that we define in the .h file, and that's going to turn everything off. And then we'll define that function for another 1000 milliseconds, or a grand total of 1 second. So once we upload that, we'll check back on the cube and let it upload, and then we'll see that the LED turns on for 1 second and then turns off for 1 second, or 1000 milliseconds, however you wanna define that. So if we wanted to make it faster, let's say we wanted to make it half a second. So we put 500 for the cube layer and column on, and then we can do 500 for the turn everything off that we define in the .h. So if we push this now to the cube, it's going to be the same animation, but it's going to be faster. So let's see what happens. We upload the code, and there you see it's going a little bit faster. Maybe if I move it back here, you can see it. All right, cool. So let's get a little wild. Let's just do it at 10 milliseconds. So really fast. Let's do 50 first. Let's not get too carried away. I don't want to give anybody an epileptic attack or anything. So we'll do 50 milliseconds and then we'll see how fast it gets. And if you guys have any suggestions in the comments, let me know how fast you want to do, or if you have any animations you want to see. All right, anyways, let's save it to our main.cpp and let's upload this to the board. So this one's going to be really fast. If you guys have like any visual impairments or whatever, be careful. All right, so this is what it looks like. 50 milliseconds on, 50 milliseconds off. So pretty fast, if you tell me. But yeah, that's the CubeLab. So let's keep working on this. Let's do something else now. Let's move it across some layers. So we'll just remove our void loop and we'll add another definition. Let me see, what do I want to do? I don't know, let me see. I'm trying to be creative on the spot, so it's a little bit difficult. Set layer, we'll set this to 0. Oops. Set this to 0, cube set column to column dash true, and then the delay we'll do 500. All right, so this one's gonna be pretty cool. All right, we'll just leave it at 500. We have error. Oh, never mind, it cleared up. VS Code is a little bit slow sometimes, but all right, so what do we do here? We have a simple row sweep now, so we can see that we have one LED on and one LED blink. So we'll be moving across the row and across the columns. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Let's see if it comes out. I don't know. This is off the top of my head, and sometimes things don't work off the top of your head. So let's see what happens. Okay. It kind of worked. It's confusing, the last LED, but it kind of works. All right, let's see. Man, I'm waiting for the live stream to update. All right, cool. So we got movement, right? So we put, we initialize the columns at 0 and we move the columns through 4 iterations at 50 milliseconds. So every 50 or every half a second, the LED is going to turn off, move to the next one, turn on for half a second, move to the next one, turn off for half a second, and then the cycle continues. Okay. All right, now let's do the same thing, but let's do it on, instead of across, let's do up. Okay. All right, let's do equals 0 for int layer. If you guys are enjoying this, giving me a thumbs up would help me so that other people can learn about this. And let me, if you guys have any questions about like what we do or anything, you guys can go online to cubelaboratory.com and you guys can check out our website and see what we're all about and who we are and everything. So let me get back to this. Initialize the layers. Layer plus. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, let me see. It's kind of close sometimes, but man, Copilot is really good sometimes, but it just jumps the gun on so many things. So it's best to use it, but check everything. See, now it gets it. Once you do a little bit of it, it starts kind of seeing what you want to do. And then you can kind of work with it. So perfect. See, that's exactly what I wanted. So let's see. So this animation is going to sweep across the vertical layer. So it's going to go up and down, or just up instead of side to side. So let's upload, check out our cube and see what happens. Hopefully I did it right. Hopefully all my education didn't go to waste. So as we can see, it does go. This one's a little bit, it's a little bit bright, but you can see the effect that we wanted was to make the LED transverse through the vertical plane of the cube. So that's what we have here. It's going from indice number 3 to indice number 0. And that's how you do it. And it's going at half a second delay, so 500 milliseconds. So that's how long every LED is on and off in this animation. And it's just doing a loop. And that's exactly what we're doing here on VS Code. We're creating a loop, we're initializing the layers and the columns, and then we're pulling that information from the .h file where everything is defined. So let's keep the train rolling. We've only been here for a little bit, so let's just keep doing what we're doing. And keep on learning some cool stuff. So, all right, let's do another one. All right, now this one's kind of cool. Let's do a whole layer. You know, I don't know if you guys think you're ready for that, but I think anybody can become ready with CubeLab. So, all right, let's do a whole layer. So for int layer 0, we want, what do we want here? Oops, I removed the parentheses. We want layer less than 0 as layer there as the indice. Okay, perfect. Not so perfect on the AI's end, but almost perfect on my end. So now we use all our definitions, cube all off. We'll define that first. Cube select layer, this is perfect. For int column equals 0, column less than 16, plus 0, this is good. Now we just have to set the column. Oops, that's not how I did it. Cube set column. Cube set column. Column true, we'll delay it by 500. We'll delay it by 500. Just so nobody has a seizure out there. And we want to delay it outside of this main function so that everything runs smoothly. Perfect, no errors. It always makes me happy when there's no errors. So in theory, and I'm pretty sure this is going to work, we are going to turn on a whole layer. I know, a whole layer. All right, let's see what happens. So if we upload and then check out our cube. Okay. So we kind of got our layer, so it looks okay. We're jumping around a little bit here. Let's see what happened. Interset interlayer equals 0. Layer less than 4 plus plus. All off. Alright, so this one's pretty close. Alright, let me see. Let me try something else. Let's do a raindrop next. Let's see how a raindrop looks. I haven't done a raindrop on the V3 in a minute, so don't judge me if it's not the best. But let's do it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. So for int, let's start at 3. The top layer greater than or equal to 0. Layer dash dash. Perfect. And then let's use all our definitions. Cube all off, cube select layer, cube set column, call. This is supposed to be a call. Hold on, wait a minute. What is going on here? Why is the column showing up? Oh. Oh, we forgot to change the void setup, that's why. See? The smallest thing can sometimes trip you up the most. So in this case, we'll just set it to random. And we'll randomize, yeah, 0 through 16. Perfect. Set columns, this should disappear hopefully any second now, so. Oh, not 500, let's do, 100, let's do 500. Why is this not going away? Cube, set columns, perfect, perfect? Not perfect. Call is undefined, it should be defined. Let's check out the V3. It should be defined in here. Okay, yep. Oh. Let me do some debugging. If you have any idea what's wrong with this, you guys can let me know in the comments. I would love to know your guys' opinion, see what you think is going on. So let's make this, let's try it another way. Let's put the int outside. Col is equal to 0. Let's see if this works. So we'll make it a, oh, okay, that worked, perfect. Let's change the void setup too. I don't like this current iteration. So let's set this up. Let's do cube. Let's set the pin here. Set pin. And then we'll do the random seed. We'll initialize a random seed. Analog read 0, A0. To be more specific, sir, sorry. A0. Looks good. And then we'll do the call dot random 0 through 16. Perfect. Set a pin. Set up pin, not set pin. Okay. So this should work. Technically, this should be what we're looking for. So fingers crossed. Let's upload the code. It's gonna flash. And we got it. So we got it going up. You see, perfect. So now let's try something else. Let's do, let me see, let's do something else. All right, y'all. If you guys have any animations you want me to do or anything you want to see, let me know. We can do that. So don't be shy. Don't be shy at all. We're all learning here, so. No need to be shy. All right, let's do a sparkle animation. I feel like it's kind of a starry night. I don't know about you guys, but we're out here in Denver, so it's starting to get a little chilly, but everything looks nice. So, all right, let's do a star animation. So we have our include. Let's start with our void setup. Set pins, perfect. I love you AI sometimes, but sometimes, a lot of the times you kind of suck, but whatever. Random seed, we'll initialize random seed, analog read 0, but in our case it's A0, you should know that by now. We'll close the void loop, and then we'll create the void loop. Boom, boom. If you guys have any animations you guys want me to do, let me know. We'll do them for you. So you guys can test out my skills, and then we can see what's going on in the CubeLab sphere. Random 8 through 4 cube, and I don't want to do it like that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like it wants me to do it one way. And I'm sure it would work that way, but obviously the logic is another way. So anyways, cube, we'll select the layer. Oops, we'll put the layer down there. That's perfect. Set columns to true. And then the delay, we'll set it to, let's do 500, half a second. 500 milliseconds. So this should create a sparkle. Let's see if it's as world-breaking and shattering as we expect it to be. Let's upload it. It's gonna reflash our cube, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it is randomizing the LED to any layer or column, so the 16 columns or 4 layers that we have. So, and it's kind of bright, but if you guys were here, you guys could see that there's one LED that's kind of randomized throughout the cube, and every every half a second it's going to jump onto a random. So I guess you could call this a sparkle. Let's change the delay to maybe like 150 milliseconds and see if that looks more like a sparkle. It's going to look like a QR code or something, but let's see. 150. Do you guys think it should be 150, or do you guys want to go lower or higher? I'll wait because I see there's a couple people in here, so what do you guys want me to change the delay to? If I change the delay to a lower number, it's gonna flash quicker. So just be careful if you guys are out there and have like seizures or something. I don't want to cause like epileptic seizures on anybody, so. What do you guys want? Do you guys want 100, 150, 200? Give me a number. Throw out a number out there. 75. Damn. All right, let's change it to 75. I had it at 150, but let's do 75. All right, and then we upload. It should be a lot faster, so let's see. Upload, refresh. The code is loading. Oh wow, it is a lot faster. I don't know if you guys can make that out very well, but it's jumping around. So it's going everywhere. It's definitely a lot faster, and we're at 75 milliseconds. So this animation is 75 milliseconds. The LED turns on, and then it's off. Let's go even lower. Let's try something crazy like 40 milliseconds. Let's break the world record of this animation. So let's upload and then let's check it out. Oh wow, that does look like a sparkle, to be honest with you. If you guys were to see this in real life, like, it's just jumping around everywhere. That's actually pretty cool. I like this animation. It's not picked up on the camera as well, but it is pretty dope. I like it. Let's try let's try even lower. Let's do, oh man, let's try 10 milliseconds. Let's see what that'll do. See, and this is why I love CubeLab, guys. Like, you guys can experiment with stuff like this. This platform is so versatile and so just interactive, so it's pretty cool. All right, so we changed it to 10 milliseconds. Let's save it. Oops, I don't want to get an error. Let's delete that. And then let's upload 10 milliseconds. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm sure you don't know what's gonna happen. So let's upload and then let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, wow, that's dope. Man, look at that. Wow. Wow, in person this looks pretty dope, guys. Like, to be honest with you, this looks like a jar full of fireflies. It's pretty lit. I like this, and it's all handheld. Look, if I let it go, watch this. It's not connected anymore, right? I'm just using the USB to send the serial connection to the board and upload the animations, but which we're gonna work on that. We're actually making that into an IoT device, so it's going to be wireless. But look, we don't need anything. We have a tiny little battery on here, and we can run all of these animations straight from the board anywhere in the world. So that's pretty dope. So this is what 10 milliseconds looks like per light, and it's just going off. All right, cool. Let's do something else. Man, this thing looks crazy. I'm trying to see if like it doesn't hit any of the LEDs. to like triple check my code, but it looks like it's hitting everything. So this does look like a truly random system, which is pretty cool. And that's how you can do a lot of stuff with CubeLab. So you can explore logic and a lot of stuff, mathematics, who knows what else you can do. So that was the Sparkle. Does anybody have anything else that they want me to animate? I'll wait in the chat. Like anything you guys want me to simulate with these, with this coding section, I could do it with the lights, with the LED. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I would love to do what you guys want me to do. Let me think of something off my head. Let me see. Can we do like a breathing effect? Let's see. I'm breathing a lot right now, so let's try. Maybe let's do like a breathing effect. I don't exactly know. How would I do that? I'm trying to think of. How to do this. You can do. You can change the voxels. Boom, boom, boom. Any idea, guys? Anything you guys want me to do? Any animations you guys want me to simulate on here? Let me know. I can do it. So, and we're live now, so. Just let me know. I'm trying to think of something to make. Mr. Salvation Boy, thank you for being on the chat. I really appreciate you. So if you have any animations you want me to make or something you want to see on here, let me know. What am I trying to make? Let me see. Let me see what I defined everything as. Let's do a side bounce. Let me see if my void setup pins, add through 4 layer pins. Let me triple check everything, see if I can get some inspiration from double checking my work. Let me try a side bounce. I haven't done this one, but let's see. You know, you can't be safe all the time, so let me be a little bit risky right now and see if I can do something cool. Don't judge me if I can't make it, so we're all learning, like I said. Let's set up the loop. Do you guys always open up your brackets, or do you guys like leave it till the end? I always just open it up for some reason. That's just like my path to coding. I always just open up my brackets, that way I just feel like it's a little bit cleaner. And should we go left to right or right to left? I want to go left to right. Let's put a little note here just so I don't forget. And then we'll do this by 4. We'll open up the columns to 0. Oops. Oops, not plus. Equals 0. Plus will make us have a big accident here. And then the calls to less than 4. And then we'll initialize the call plus. Does this look good? Let me check. Select layer, select column. Call true, select. It defined column twice. See, this is the weird stuff that AI does. It defines like things twice, and you don't need to define it twice. So that looks good. Let me triple check and maybe quadruple check this. Why won't you leave? Okay, there we go. Set columns. Let's do 150 first because I don't want to have a seizure in front of everyone. So let's set it to 150 milliseconds. Let's do left to right. Let's see if this works, guys. Like I said, I'm not a genius or anything, but I know a little bit about coding. So, or maybe I know a little bit about coding. Let's see what this does. Just off the top of my dome, hit upload and see what happens. See if I'm a fraud or if I'm not a fraud. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. So we got it to go one way, right? Now let's make it go back. I think that'll be cool. It'll look like a little jumping animation. So let's add the right to left. Left to right, right to left. Right to left. Take it back now, y'all. Who remembers that song? Equals 3 equals space 3. Call layer 0. Let's see if this is what I want. This is not what I want. You can't fool me, AI. You fooled me enough already. You have fooled me enough. If you get fooled once, you can't get fooled again, guys. So just be careful with AI. It doesn't know everything. It thinks it knows everything. Oops. Forgot to open my bracket. What is going on here? Okay. Okay. All right. Cube. All off. Perfect. No, Mr. AI. Cube. Select layer. To layer. Cube. Select column. Column true, delay 150. Okay, so this is gonna be, oh, not select, set. Why did I use two different variables for this? This is, I'm sorry guys, it's late and obviously I'm making a lot of mistakes, but you know, it happens. This is live coding after all, you know? Okay, so what do we do here? So we got the sweeping from one side, right? The right to left. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right to left. We got that sweeping. So now it's gonna go from here back to here. Okay? So let's see. Save. Upload, fingers crossed. Reflash. Okay, so not exactly what we wanted, but it's pretty close. Let me check what happened here. CubeLab v3. It's pretty close. Let's try something else. Let's try something. Let's see if we could do something with corners. I want to initialize some corner variables and see if we can play around with those. So let's change this up a little bit. Let's globalize corners. Right, and there'll be 4 corners because that's how many corners we have in a box. All right, 4 corners. what are the corners going to be? 0, 3, 15, 12. That looks possibly correct. We'll try that in the name of science. We'll try that. So let's go into our loop. That's not what I wanted. Darn you, AI. Darn you. VS Code Copilot. Open up your brackets always, guys. Always open up your brackets. Int layer equals big one. For let's initialize the layers. Let me see. This is close, actually. Oops. Very close, but I want to do something different. I can see what it's doing, though. I can see what it wants to get at. Let's do 4. Anybody in the chat out there? Anybody have any recommendations or anything? Is the audio good? Is the video good? Let me know. I'm just trying to make some interesting content for you guys. So, and if you guys have any questions or anything, also let me know. I would love to interact with you guys. Anyways, enough chit chat. For where was I? I plus plus. And then open up another curly bracket. And then we can call all our definitions here all off. Select layer, corners map to I, delay 500. Okay. So I hope this works. I don't know. We'll see. But this is supposed to make kind of like a corner animation. And like I said, this is on the spot, guys. So don't judge me. But let's flash and let's see what happens. Okay, so the corners are a little bit off. But it's not so bad. They're off by a couple indices. But it's kind of what we wanted. Okay. Now let's do... Oh man, what do I want to do? I want to kind of light them up. I want to light the entire cube up. Alright, this one might be a little bit complicated, even for me, but let's try it. Let me think about how I want to do this. So I want to kind of make the layers oscillate in a sine wave. And man, I used to do this animation all the time, but I forget exactly how I did it. Let's try something new. Let's try something a little bit different. I want to try something kind of like trippy. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Let's try. Let's import a little bit of math. Ooh, do you guys like math? Some math.h to be exact. And then let's import a global variable of pi. Not the pie you eat, but the pie that makes the world go round. Oh, if. Sorry. If n def. Cool. What is going on here? Cool. All right. Oh man, my ears are itchy. Hold on, itchy ears break, guys. Oh man. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Okay, we barely defined pi. So, let's do a little bit of multiplexing now. Man, I'm gonna get kind of deep with this one, so bear with me. I'll try to explain as I go through, but let's create the void, show full cube. We'll name it that. We'll put int in milliseconds, close her up, open up a curly bracket, and then we'll do the unit 32_t start uint 32 start mils, right? Yep, mils. While we'll do mil is dash start. Put a space, just oops. Did I touch the delete button? Start less than. We'll do 4. Ooh. Layer. Initialize layers. Close the bracket. Oops. Open up another bracket. And for int layer 0, layer less than 4, we'll do less than 16. How many of you guys are having fun watching me code this? If you guys are having fun, add a like to the stream. If you guys don't like me coding, also add a like to the stream and comment and tell me how much you don't like what I am doing for you. The blood, sweat, and tears that I'm pouring out for you, just let me know that you don't like that. And nothing will happen. I'll just keep doing this until something happens. Oh man, this is a lot. Sometimes when I'm coding, I forget what I'm doing. A lot of times. So I hope this works, you know. But we'll see. Cube select layer to layer. What incarnation was I doing right? What was I thinking? Cube select layer. But that's not how I want to do it. Select layer and then just layer. Okay. Man, I'm kind of tempted to just let Copilot do one. And 0, did I mess up? Oh. Hold on. Millis start. Oh, I did mess up. Oh, darn you. Okay. Thank God I caught that. Less than U32-T. Oh, this is good. Okay. All right. Cool. Nothing that little elbow grease can't fix. So, all right. We got our select layer. Let's turn on all the columns now. Let's do that. Call equals 0, call less than 16 plus plus, initialize set column, call dash true. Perfect. Okay. That one was good. And then we'll add the delay of 1. Let's see. This is gonna look trippy. If you guys have warning, I should add like a warning thing, but warning, if you guys have epilepsy or something, this might not be the animation to watch. Just Just letting you know. So I love this tea. It has no sugar in it, and it makes me feel refreshed, and it makes me feel like clean on the inside. So big ups to Pure Leaf, no sugar, green tea. But I also like black tea. I don't discriminate. Man, this is a long animation. So let's finish her up. So delay. We'll close this off. Cube all off. Perfect. And then we'll do the void setup. Set pins. This looks good. And then let's do another loop. And then this is gonna be, let me see how I want to set this up. Do we have any math geniuses out there that can help me decode this? Hopefully we have like Einstein or something out there. Let me do my best, and hopefully it'll come out. But like I said, I'm not an expert in mathematics or really much anything. I'm not an expert at anything. I just really like coding and electronics and engineering and pretty much everything that gets in my way. So anyways, how am I gonna incorporate this? Let's do all right, let's try this. So we set the pins. Let's set a static float. Void loop. And then we'll create a static float on here. Float angle 0f, okay. And then constant float. I don't like this. Let's do, I don't even know what that is, but let's do 0.005f. So that's how fast the sine wave is gonna progress through the loops, right? Okay. Makes sense, kind of. Float s, and then we'll do the sine angle here. I might have to sneeze, so sine f, let's do plus 1.0f, and then let's time this by half. Perfect. This should be roughly like 0.1. Okay. Cool. Like I said, I have no idea if this is even gonna work, so let's try and see what happens. And then we pause. Let's do it for 20. And int. I don't like that. Thank you, but no thank you, Mr. AI. I will choose my own variables and suffer at my own hands. 0.0f minus the sine shift, and then we'll times this by 280. That seems like a good number. I feel like I'm making stuff up at this point, but let me know in the comments if you think that this is gonna work or it's not gonna work. I'm leaning towards it will work. Always check your parentheses, guys. Parentheses. Did I mess up my? Okay. Oh no, 0.1 or 1.0. Okay, cool. Now let's show the full cube. All right, so far we defined our static float, right? All right, let's go up here. So far we defined our pi. We set up our show full cube, so that's going to turn on the entire cube, and then we've initialized the loop. So let's set up pins, void loop, show full cube. So now, yeah, let's show the full cube now. It's so late, guys. It's like seriously, like I'm having a hard time remembering what I'm doing, so. But it's okie dokie, artichoke. So now we're showing the full cube. Now we have to delay the sign map. I should have used notes because I don't remember what I'm doing. Let me know if you guys think this is gonna do anything. I think it'll do something once I fix everything. So, all right, let's see. Now let's add the angle. The one thing I do like about predictive coding is that sometimes it does get it right, and it does save you a lot of time. But most of the time, if you rely on it too much, it will be bad for you. So I use generative coding all the time, but be careful with it and just use it to make you better, not to like cripple you or anything. So angle, see, like this one, perfect. That's exactly what I want. So there we go. Step, angle step. Why do we get an error here? Let me debug this. Not this one. I thought it defined step. Alright guys, we're almost about to launch this, so we just have to debug this. This is what happens in coding, you know, there's always like little things that you have to fix. And did I float? Where'd the flow go? Oh, here it goes. Oh, angle step. That's because I put it as angle step. Right? Step, let me see. Let me recheck everything. Let me go back and check everything once more, because flow angle 0, angle step. Oh, that might be why. Step. Not stow, step. Okay, perfect. There we go, guys. See, something just about like the wording or whatever wasn't jiving with this. So, okay, now we got it set up. We got the code working. Let me check, make sure my stream hasn't died. But okay, so let's see. We got everything debugged, everything ready to go. This should be what I think a pretty funky animation. But at the end of the day, I just kind of threw this together. So let's upload this and let's check out what the cube does. So we hit upload and we cross our fingers. Reflash, reflash. Okay, cool. So it's kind of what we wanted. Let's reflash again, and I need to open up the void loop once more. But it kind of does flash in the way that we want it to. So if we reflash, so if we see it, like the flashes get quicker as the sine wave progresses. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Let me flash it one more time. So this was just off the top of my head. If I had like a little bit more time to refine everything, I'm sure we could do a little better, but this is what it looks like. So pretty dope. Let's do another animation for y'all. Let's do something simple, something educational. If you guys are enjoying this stream, make sure that you guys subscribe and like. I'm running out of tea, so I will have to maybe go get a tea run in a little bit. I need to post this on somewhere because I want more people to watch this. My ears are still a little itchy. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let me put this on Snapchat. I feel like Snapchat has the most amount of people up right now, so I'm just gonna post it on there and see what kind of audience I can get. Should we do let's do another kind of funky animation. I'll try to do like an elevator next. If you guys have any animations that you guys want me to do, like I said, we're playing with our CubeLab today. If you guys, I can make this do whatever you guys want it to do. So if you guys want like any particular animation on here, let me know and I can whip that up real quick. Let me drop this story on Snapchat real quick though, because I want people to know about this. People need to know about this live stream. This is important stuff. We're saving lives. We're saving lives one code at a time, one animation at a time. Copy linkaroni. And then we just paste that linkaroni on here. Oops. What in tarnation? Share. We're having some technical difficulties up in here. Man, how do I share this? I'm trying to share my stream. But I need a URL. Hold on, guys. So if you guys have any animations, let me know. Let me know what you guys want. Let me know what y'all need. Okay, cool. Got him. I got him. Alright, hold on guys. Let me do this other animation real quick. Tell me what you guys want. If you guys want like a particular animation, I can make that for you. Alright, story's up. Alright, let's do another animation. Let's do... Let me attempt to make an elevator. Okay? So... let's delete this. Delete all of this. We don't need it. And then let's do... Damn. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some in it. Oh man, what kind of chair do you guys like? Cause this chair, I like this chair, but it makes kind of like my neck hurt sometimes. Boom shakalaka. Let's do something. Man, I want to do something differente, but kind of tired. Let me know, guys, if you guys want. Take a little break real quick. Little mental break. Before we power on through this. Alright, let me do a elevator layer. Let's see if we can pull that off. Let's do void setup, set pins. We'll turn on all the columns in a given layer. So we'll do void loop and curly brackets, open those up. Oh no, let's do void. Let's do void light full layer. Light full layer. And then in here we'll engage the layer. Right. And then we'll do cube all off, perfect for the layers. Fantastic. Cube set layer, okay. Cube all off, cube layer. Light full layer and layer. Oh, I know why I'm getting that. Okay. For int column 0 less than 16, call true. Okay, perfect. Okay. Void loop. I'm kind of tempted just to try what Copilot gives me, but for int, oops. I don't like this one. Layer equals 0 equals 0. Oops, int layer equals 3. Layer less than 0, full layer. Oh, cube select. Cube. Oh, this is not. Okay. Okay. So now let's try this animation. Let's see what it does. So what we're going to do in this animation is basically turn on all the columns in a given layer, right? Then we're going to initialize a loop and we're going to move the layer from the bottom to the top and then from the top back down to the bottom. So that's what we're doing here. Let's cross our fingers, hopes this works, and let's upload. Reflash, 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 and okay. So we kind of got our desired effect. It looks good, I like it. Let's leave that here so everybody can see what's going on. you guys want me to animate anything else, let me know. Alright, let's do something else. Let's do... I don't know, I'm kind of running out of ideas. If you guys have any ideas, hit me with some ideas. Hit me like a ton of bricks. Like a ton of bricks. Let's do one voxel jumping up and down a column. Alright, let's try that. Alright, void setup, setup pins, we can leave that. Let's do void loop. Let me try this. I just want to, ooh, key loop, what is that? What is a key loop? I didn't put that in there. Let's try one just from the AI. Let's see what it can do, okay? Just because I'm curious. So, upload, and let's see. This is a purely AI animation. It's kind of good, actually. I like it. Oh, I understand this. So it goes like from every layer. It iterates until the bottom layer. Oh, this one's actually pretty cool. Let's make it go a little faster. So we have a delay of 50 right now. Let's do a delay of 10. Oops, I don't want that. Let's do 10. This is gonna be really fast. So let's save, and then let's upload. Wow, this is gonna be pretty insane. Woo! Yeah, that's fast. Look at that. Can you guys see that well? Man, that one's going pretty fast. I like this. You could leave this as a nightlight. I feel like this would be a good nightlight for someone. This is pretty dope. I like this. I approve. So, not a bad little animation from Copilot. Let's try another one. Let's see if we can make another void loop. Let's try just with the dialogue. Let's see if that'll do anything. See if we can make a little hack. Simple demo light to light up each column and layer sequentially. Let's see if that does anything interesting. Okay. Nice little animation. Let's save it and then let's upload. Cross our fingers. Okay, so it does do that. It's kind of like a smaller or a slower version of the other animation we had, so I'll put it here on the side so you guys can see the side view. And then the top view. Let's do a little bit faster. A little bit faster. 10 milliseconds. Is 10 milliseconds fast? Let's see. Whoa. Whoa, she's fast. She real fast. That's crazy. I like this one. This one's cool. Let's make it go back up. Let's put this in a loop. And then reverses. This is actually a cool little hack for the CubeLab. Oh, and let's delete the loop. And let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so we do that, save it. And then let's see how we change the code. It's going slow, going slow, going slow, and comes right back up. So that's kind of what we were wanting to do, so pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's do expanding burst. Let's try to do kind of like something from like an explosion or something. See if we could do something like bursting. And then that'll be the last one for today because I'm kind of tired and it's late. So let's try out this last animation and then we'll call it a night. Cool, void loop, right? Let's set up some globals first. Let's do the center cols. And then we will define those as 5, 6, 9, and 10. Okay. And then we have to put these in curly braces. Oops, not that. Insta or inst? Int. Cool. Let's do a mid ring. Let's set up, let's do mid ring. Ring with a capital R. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 11, 13, 14. That looks good. Apostrophe, and then we'll do the outer ring. Int outer ring, and then 3, 12, 15. Okay, that's good. And then we'll create another loop, or we already have one here, and then we'll initialize the first layer equals 1 apostrophe. Let me get my spaces right. All right, and then let's define. Oh, let's do spiral in. Let's see what AI can do. Spiral in. Okay, fill out the rest of it, Mr. AI. Cool. All right. So, all right, let's see what it does here. This is not exactly the way I would have done it, but outer ring, mid ring, center consoles. Okay. So we got everything defined and we got everything set up. This is going to be kind of like an explosion animation. I don't know if it's going to work. Like I said, guys, I'm just out here just spitballing, but this should be kind of like a funky animation. Let's cross our fingers and hope that this actually works. Save the main.cpp, upload, cross your fingers, and reflash, and let's see what it does. So it kind of initialized the inner LEDs to the top vectors, but it's still doing an interesting job. I don't know if this animation worked, but it did something for sure. So let's do something else. I do like that that kind of hack of doing the note and then letting Copilot kind of give out the answers. So here's another one that we did. Let's see what it does now. Save and upload. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. This one's lighting it up sequentially, so another cool animation. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Alrighty guys, do you guys have any more animations you guys want to see? I kind of want to try a couple more. Let's do random sparkle. Let's see if that looks dope. So let's remove the loop. Let's initialize our random seed. Analog read A0. I have to sneeze. Oh, I'm sorry about that. My apologies. Okay, we got that. Then we do our void loop. Not today, Mr. AI. Today I'm gonna make my own. Open up our curly brackets. Then we'll do the cube all off. Perfect. And then we'll do for a for loop. We'll initialize the ith layer, and then this one's gonna be cool, guys. If you guys are watching this is gonna be a cool animation, so just stick with it, stick on the stream, and you'll see a cool little animation right now. Int equals 0 apostrophe I less than 4 rows apostrophe. Man, I wish this was what I wanted, but it's not. So I can't just let it do whatever it wants, you know. I have to do what the animation calls for. So what am I doing here? Let's do less than 5, and then let's initialize the layers 4 through 16. That looks good. Initialize the columns. Cube select. Delay 100. Okay, that's good. And then we'll put another delay out here, just to make everything look kind of fancy. All right, so we got it. All right, so this animation is going to sparkle everything up. Like always, cross your fingers and save the main.cpp, upload, and let's see if the animation was worth all the time and effort. So it's kind of like a little burst, but it's pretty cool. So I enjoy it. It's not for everybody, but pretty interesting for sure. So cool. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this little coding session. We'll do more of these. If you guys have any questions or any comments about anything, feel free to go to cubelaboratory.com, let us know. We also have affiliate links and discount codes, so if you guys want to purchase your own very own CubeLab and do the animations with me on stream, you guys can do that. As always, have fun learning, guys, and I really appreciate everybody that watched this live stream. As always, be safe and always keep learning.